Okay, Shalom, you are up. Did you see the text? Share the text there.
No, I don't see it. I can't. I'm like, what's the word?
In.
With. So my boss is like gonna pick me up soon. To go to work in like 10 minutes or something. So, trying to find a box cutter. I don't see one. Yes, I know like a lot about Shelach, like the partial Shelach. So like I knew some stuff to say. Well, I still do probably, but yeah. So yeah, I like it when we do it more earlier. That's really why I like it more. Thanks for doing it. Oh yeah. My brother's coming home tomorrow. My younger brother from school. He doesn't know where he's going for yeshiva, so it's kind of. My parents are stressed out because they don't know where he's going for school. So yeah, it's a little bit annoying. But yeah. Pass. I'll talk next turn about Shelach. Umenach, corn on the cob.
All right, Shalom, Shkoyach. Next word is Yiru. Yiru, visual. So good morning, Shalom, good morning, Shalom, and good morning, Yassi. The overwhelming majority of the Jewish people, I'm going to read it here. The overwhelming majority of the Jewish people accepted the other spies' conclusions, threatening to kill Caleb and Yeshua, Caleb and Joshua, for deferring, since the people demonstrated that they lacked the faith in God necessary to enable them to conquer and live in the land of Israel. God informed Moses that this generation would have to die in the desert. Only the next generation would enter the promised land. So, obviously, I think that every story, I know that in every one of these stories that are in the Torah, there's always a deeper meaning and another side to it. And at the same time, doesn't go out of its simple meaning. But, some things that I feel that I need to do is to learn from their mistakes, right? That's the whole point of seeing the stories, is so that you should know what to do in your own scenario. So, what happened? How come it didn't restart? I don't know, take a few 30 seconds. So that means, like right now, what's sticking out to me is the fact that I could be having a lack of faith in God, even though I know He pulled through in so many ways, so many times before. And I might lose out because of it, and I don't want to. So maybe I should work on my trust in God. All right, Yossi, go ahead.
What's my word? Yes. Land. $5 minimum.
How much?
$5 minimum. $5 minimum.
Oh, the card.
Yeah.
How much is this?
$2.29. Yeah. So good morning, Isaac. How you doing? Yeah. I woke up and text from.
I teach you like that. Pay it. Oh, real quick. Sorry.
Why?
Yeah, no, keep it, man. It's fine. You pay.
Okay. So yeah, I'm tired. Already at work.
Okay, so I'm not the only one that bothers you.
97.71. Yeah. So I want to go home already, but life is work, and working is tiring. And yeah. Thank you. Silent. There you go. Have a great day. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to. Shulam, your turn.
Shkoyach.
I'm gonna
Shalom,
pass
where
his
did...
turn.
Okay. So Shalom Maris.
I feel like it's been like 3 seconds. No one went.
Everybody went. Your word is Haaretz.
The land. She. I don't know. But I think like everything evolved around money. I think I said that once. Like in the olden days, it was so much better. Like I watched like a funny movie last night, and it was like in like it was like 1999 probably. Like it was super funny, but like all the stuff were so much more real. Like none of that stuff exists nowadays. Like people were not. There was not one smartphone in the whole movie. I was like so surprised, and then also like there was no like seduction like in the way that movies are now. Like no like there was some inappropriate like words and jokes, but there was no actual inappropriate stuff. And even when there was, which like was for a second, like it was just like it wasn't even like in a bad way. It was like I can't explain it, but it was like not even like it was inappropriate, but it also wasn't. Like there were just a couple cuss words, but like besides that, like it actually had it was like it was funny and like there was nothing in the olden days. It was way better. Like I don't know, it was
Michelle.
different.
I didn't really cop your word, but I'm sure you did it. I told you. I don't remember what you said. Asher. Washing. I don't know why. Maybe Asher Kedishanu. It says Zaran Filsidem. So it's a good point, Shalom. I always like asking what, like definition, and you did give me at least one. Like you did say of that it was so much better and so much more real, even though it's a movie, which is by definition completely fake. But but you were saying how, like less sexual stuff, um, and different things like that, less cursing, no phones in the thing. But I don't, how's that more real? I wonder your take on why that's more real. Um, and yeah, a lot of things do revolve around money. And why do you think that is? Interesting. Okay, I don't have any time to read, but Yossi, go ahead. Your word is
So,
mishpati.
Mishpati, swear that
No,
I'm
mishpati.
Mishpati. I swear that I'm happy today. Okay, yeah, the two guys like it was so funny. One pulls out 100 to pay for something, and then his friend pulls out 200 and puts on the cash register. Like, why are you showing me all your money? Trying to get me jealous? I probably have more money than you, because that's your parents' money. That's what I should have said. That'd be funny, because it's their parents' money. And I'm getting a call. Nope, it's not me. It's just another phone in the area. Where's the other phone? There it is. So, it's nice being here. Um, yeah, and hopefully thank you for starting at a decent time, because uh, if you actually started at 9 o'clock, it'd have been annoying because I was driving then. But if you start later, the time you started was perfect. A little after we opened, and yeah. Shkoyach for taking your time to start. Shulem.
La Vaisam or Nishpati, I'm not sure. I think La Vaisam. Ketchup. Shalom Maris. I don't really get what the connection between. Good morning. Good morning, Shalom. Good morning, Isaac. Good morning, Essie. Good morning, Mendel Siegel. So I don't really get the connection between what you're saying about like money and like movies. I think they were still trying to make money then, and like their whole entire idea behind whatever movie you were watching was to make money. Um, and I think it boils down to acceptance. Acceptance, like what does the general public accept is what the products that are going to be put out, and this goes in general, like for the products we consume, that big companies make, or like let's say when 1,000 years ago when like they were growing crops, what would they consume, or even entertainment 1,000 years ago. Like it's all about what people will accept and say like this is okay to consume, and we as a society say this is okay and it's not depraved. Um, and that starts, I guess, by me and what I think is okay and how I affect the people around me. Because if it's like if I think something's okay, then then my friends think it's okay. Um, yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with that. I feel like I don't have enough time to read, so pass.
Thank you. Shalom Maris. And the word is Begomer. Shalom Maris. Shalom Maris.
We gonna etc. No, I was just saying that like it wasn't really a connection. I was just saying something random. That like in olden days, like it was like people like did more. I know it's just a movie, but saying that that like the way people like in the movies, like the inappropriate scenes, I think nowadays are just different. Like and also it was just like a really funny movie. I don't know. But it was funny because it was old and everything was just different then. And I don't know why, but I found it really funny how everything was so like it was just different. I don't know. I'm not saying no, but I'm just saying in general. Like, think about it, like when you go and you talk to someone, just try to realize that everything, almost all the stuff that they say, it like all has to do about money. Like,
Thank you, Shalom. Mendel Siegel. You available for comment? Okay.
any problems that people are talking about, like it all has to do with money. I know money.
All right, Shalom. I think he's still like in and out of service. Okay, Bamidbar. Journey. Actually wanted to say that yesterday. Bamidbar journey. I thought about it. We just started Chumash Bamidbar. We're gonna get Bamidbar a lot. Bless me. Bless me twice. Thanks so much. Um. So basically, I thought maybe I should actually start thinking about what is Bamidbar. Like, who would name an entire one of the Chumashim Bamidbar? And then my first thought of why I would mention it is because it's a journey. And that's something that we live, that we need in our life, that we have in our life. So based on what the Shaloms said, I would like to say who takes responsibility. Shalom started saying in the end, Shalom Schwarzberg started saying at the end how, that starts with me, which I agree. And I think that's, but I don't feel like I take responsibility. That means if I watch a modern day movie and I watch some like very sexual TV show, for example, which is one that like the entire freaking globe is obsessed with. Do I feel like I'm taking responsibility? Absolutely not. I don't feel like that. But I should, because I am society and I should take responsibility. Yeah, see? Your word is Yudalid. Only Mendel Siegel gets to do that. I don't know if you get to do that. Okay, fine. Shalom Schwartzberg, go ahead. Your word is Yudalid.
Kislev, I don't know what Yossi did that other people can't do. Um, okay. Um, it was funny. Like Yossi was holding up his donut, and Shalom Maris was talking, and I realized like the white donut and the sprinkles match the color scheme of Shalom's profile picture perfectly. Um, anyway, yeah, like I think that it's so easy to do something if my friends are doing it, and it's hard to be the friend that says like, no, I'm not going to be the one doing whatever negative behavior it is. Um, and in my case, it might be like smoking or something like that. Um, and even more so to affect other people with my decision. It's incredibly difficult because to be affected is just easier to like, it's like, would I rather be sliding down the slide or building the slide? Okay, I don't know. That just popped in my head. I'd rather just be sliding down. It's easy, like whatever. Like, it's you know, it's low effort, and I get the enjoyment. But and it's especially in social situations. It's like, will I be looked down upon if I say something or if I do something that goes against what other people think?
Shalom Maris, your word is Chav Gimel. Shalom, I think you got to go somewhere that you have better service.
Is that why?
You were on mute, yes.
Okay, fine. So now, can I start over? Can I get my time back?
I'll think about it. Okay,
Okay,
but your
how
word
many
is
times
Chav Gimel.
am I already done?
No, your
Okay,
word is Chav Gimel.
23 Michael Jordan and LeBron and Draymond Green. So I learned this year a lot that so much is in your head. Like if you want to be drunk, you could be drunk in your head. Like you don't need alcohol to make you drunk. Like you could think that you're drunk and you're straight drunk. Like I'm telling you, you could think that you're hyper, but really you're not. Or you think that you're not hyper, like even though you didn't take my pills. Like you could be hyper, you don't. You could be drunk or you don't. Like it's all in your head. Like so much stuff. If you want to
Thanks,
be
Shalom.
like tipsy or whatever, then you could be tipsy.
Mendel Siegel, if you could speak, that would be your turn. If not, then I'm going to go. Im, mother. Same letters as aim. Um, so, um, so I guess that leads me back to taking responsibility. Shalom Shores, he said good stuff, and and also leads me to a different thought of like, I think the reason why we don't take responsibility is because we're brought up in this kind of environment. That's one of the challenges of being part of society is that I'm part of society as a kid, but I can't take responsibility as a kid. So at what age do you think you should be starting to take responsibility? I think that's a very important question. I would love to hear what everybody has to say about that. Like, what age do you think you should start taking responsibility for society instead of just blaming things on society? So that's that. And Sean, while you were speaking, you also made me think that in this way, I never thought about this way before. That your friends need you to be strong in the things that you believe in. That means you're saying that it's much easier for you to accomplish things and to do things when your friends, when you have the support of your friends, when they're doing that, when you have that environment, whatever it is. So the same way that you need them, they need you. So if it's a smoking environment, or whatever it is, they literally need you to say no in order for them to have the strength to also. Shall Yassi.
Yeah, you trying to skip my turn? Cool.
Yassi, what is your
You fear. I fear no one besides for me. Um, yeah, it's sorry I was on the phone. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at me eat a donut. It was amazing. I actually decided, honestly, I just decided anytime that FiveAlive is happening while I'm at work, I'm gonna eat a donut at work, on FiveAlive, just to get you guys jealous. So you guys come visit me and ask for a donut or whatever, but then I'm gonna say no because I can't give out donuts for free. I only take them for free. Um, uh, it's funny, like, all the money that I'm making from this place is going to one place, to Isaac's bank account, VIP. I don't know who to Isaac's VIP bank account, so like when I hopefully sometime I actually see him and ask him for money, but like the VIP bank account is gonna be getting like a few grand in the next few days, just saying. And my father is gonna give him some money, Baruch Hashem, just waiting for it
Yassi?
to actually be able to
Shall
shulem, shulem.
Pass. Spoon. Yeah, Yossi. Interesting, interesting, very interesting. Um, Noah, good morning. It's good to see you. You're sticking with the hat, which is interesting. I've never seen that. It looks like you got a new hat. It's nice. Um, it's gorgeous. I think I recognize where you are. Is that like your grandparents or something in Crown Heights? I feel like that's in Crown Heights. Um, well, yeah. Just losing my train of thought a bit. Okay, I'll read. I haven't read yet. Which one are we holding?
the very first.
Okay. The overwhelming majority of the Jewish people accepted the other spies' conclusions, threatening to kill Caleb and Joshua for differing, since the people demonstrated that they lacked the faith in God
Oh, sorry,
necessary.
I did read that one. Sorry.
Pass. Probably done.
Okay. Shalom Aris. Your word is Haaretz.
What's that word? Israel. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if you got what I was saying, but I'm trying to say is that if you want something to, I'm trying to say like a lot of stuff is just in your head. If you wanna be, I'm not just saying about being drunk. I'm saying about anything. Like if you want, it's like a lot of it's just in your head. Like you think that because you do something, that's what makes you like have an reaction to it. But really, it's just in your head. I'm trying to say. And then, did you take back your helmet? Because I tried to find it in your room and I couldn't find it. I was like so mad.
Hmm.
Hope every and if you be on FiveAlive. So yeah, we're going. I'll read. Should I read?
You have 5 seconds.
Oh, so I'll read next turn.
So Noya. Good morning. Your word is Asher.
I knew that. Good morning, everyone. Just gonna say how tired I am. Very tired. I'm Sean. I'm in my own home. I'm leaving to New York in a few minutes. Uh, um, horrible cough the past like month, and it gets more serious. We have to check it out. Um, responsibility. Well, first of all, the first question is what kind of responsibility? Because that's what matters. Depending on yourself, money, job, work, relationships, buying food. That's so many. It's such a big word. But ultimately, I think the two things. So, if you're looking for age, I would say late teenagers, because yes, early teenager could be growing and mature, but someone that's 12, 13, not saying he's stupid or dumb, but he doesn't have the right, because like in every country, well, most countries, like say at least 150 of them, 18 is the age of like your parents not responsible for you anymore. So that's that. But if you're talking more of like religious status, I think when he's mature, so it could be younger, and if he's going out of town, usually that's like 13, 14, 15. That's the year in our world when we start really growing, and yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it all depends on what kind, and you asking about religious or not. Oh, the word I share is damped. I don't know why I was thinking that.
Isaac.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mental Siegel, you let us know if you can speak. And go. Nishbati. Bottle. Like a bati. A bati. That's what we used to call it. I don't know who still calls it a bati, like for show, like a baby bottle. We were talking about Nayach. We were talking. First of all, good morning. Good to see you. And your hat, and feel better. For Shalema, no problems. Give a little bit of tzedakah. Don't go to the doctor. Nobody needs it. So feel better. Um, um, we were speaking about taking responsibility for society. That means, when do I have to stop blaming it on everybody and realize that I am part of society? That means I make it what it is. And Shalom Schwartzberg, you were mentioning before how, do I want to slide down the slide? It's much easier than building the slide. And you're like, I don't know. But so there's this game called Lemmings, a really, really old game. And I think they just remade it, but it's a really old game. And it was like a bunch of like little guys that are like, not very bright, and they just kind of like go and they do stuff, and you have to like direct them. So one of the things you could do is that they build like stairs, and everybody just walks. So if it's too high, they just walk straight off and they die.
So my word is, let me guess, la'avaisam. My grandparents. Actually, it's funny. My grandmother called me like on, I think, yesterday or days ago, and she's like, "Oh, I meant to call your father. I met it." Like, we don't have the same similar number at all. Mine's 794. My father is 873. Like, that doesn't even, not even in the same area. It's funny. Like, like, it's funny. Like, it's weird. Like, older people, like, they remember phone numbers. Like my mom wanted to call someone. She's like, just dials the number. I'm like, how do you remember that? Me, like, maybe I remember one or two people's phone number. Uh, Besides from my parents, that's it. Maybe one or two people like that I actually contact these days. Maybe, probably only one. I wonder if you know who that person is, Isaac. I'm not gonna say the number on. Should I say the number? Test. You want to test me, Isaac? I don't know if you want your number ringing all over YouTube. But yeah, like grandparents and like they're like, imagine like all of us didn't have cell phones, we would actually remember phone numbers. Speaking of phone, I'm getting a call. Hello, grocery.
Hi, mute.
Big gamer. Yeah, I think. Fish tank. For some reason, every time I do a word, the word fish comes in my head. No idea why. So, what age is? I don't think that age is something we measure by like meaning for everybody it's different. And at what stage, I guess, would be the better way to phrase that. Even then, like, I don't think there's a point in someone's life. I mean, it's a personal choice. Like, if I realize that I'm in the position to change the world just through my own actions, or at least my immediate world, and then hopefully affect a bigger scale, then um, I guess, look, if I do it, I do it. But if I don't do it, like, I mean, like, what's gonna happen? It's my responsibility for myself. I owe it to myself. But no one's holding me really accountable. Um, yeah, I just wanted to say, like, about the lemmings thing. I'm not done with that thought. Just sort of cut it off there. The lemmings thing, like, it's funny because, like, I would think, like, oh, I'm smarter than that. I wouldn't just walk off a bunch of steps. But probably the point you're getting to is that, like, I do.
Shalom Harris. You know where it is, but Midbar.
Bamidbar, Israel. So I mean, I thought maybe like the Meraglim might be like the Siddish Shade Sahara a little bit, because like they wanted to stay in Israel. I mean, they wanted to stay right and just learn Torah, which is like sounds good, but then it's not what God wanted them to do. So I don't know. Like they were supposed to go into Israel and just scout the land, not spy the land, scout the land. But then they I don't know. I just thought of this. Maybe they were like the associate Torah because they just wanted to like continue learning Torah. They just like the Malachim, like they don't want to come down into the world. They just want to be with God the whole time. Like, that's the way. Like they don't want to come into this world because it's bad. Like there's stuff here, and the Malachim don't have to worry about that. Like the angels. So yeah, maybe I think it's a little bit like the same. And now, can you answer me? Like, where's your helmet? Can you just tell me? Just answer. Tell me next term. Yeah, pass. I think something like that is what you're telling me.
Noach Naftali.
Shalom.
Wow. Um, um, I appreciate that comment. Thank you very much. How do you call it? What I wanted to say was, oh yeah, about the hat. If anybody has or knows where I could buy like a smaller hat, 'cause I don't think it's to Israel. It's like a bit bigger and a smaller hat, smaller brim. Could be classy, like gray or nice, whatever. Please. And the Shalom, I brought the helmet home. It's at my house. If you want it, or see it, touch it, you can come. Yeah, about the responsibility part. Yeah, when you really, yeah, that was my question. You answered it. It's about, I forgot what you even said. I'm so tired. But basically, I said, what Shalom added on, or I'm going to add on. Also, if you're talking about individual, everyone's different. It could be any age. It's on his maturity, on his level. But if you want a number or like just society, I think it's late teenager because even if someone's like 13, 14 and they're mature enough, he has basically, the person has a right to depend on his parents. I think that's what he's meant to do, or older siblings or anything like that, even if he screws up. Right? What?
Yadalad.
Tezayin. My birthday is Tezayin L is coming up, right?
Perfect.
Um,
Thank you.
oh, okay, do that.
Hi, don't start getting angry at me every time you go over your time. It's okay. Everybody has a minute and a half. That's how it works. Okay. Chav Gimel, anniversary. My birthday and my anniversary, actually. But last time I said my birthday, so this time I said anniversary. So it's interesting because I mean it's not like lemmings is this deep concept that we should get completely involved in, but one guy is in the middle of building a staircase, and he's not going to walk off it. He's building it. He's in the middle of building it. Just everybody else is the ones that fall off. They just walk straight off if it's. So it's interesting. You have one guy that's building it, and then you put another guy there that stands with a hand like this, and he stops all the other people from just walking straight off the. I know it's cute. It's a cute game. To learn from miracles, God told Moses, all those who did not listen to my voice will not see the land that I swore to their fathers. Numbers 14:23. 23, yes. And I wanted to respond to Shalom Maris about it's all in the mind, but I'm out of time. So, Yossi, go ahead.
867. 867. What's the name?
Your word is im.
Ben? Yeah, okay. Good morning, Isaac. First of all, if you're looking to buy hats, any store in Crown Heights sells hats. Like any
Yes,
hats.
word is im.
I said Ben. That's my word.
Oh, Ben?
Yeah, that's my. If you're looking for a store in Crown Heights to buy hats, there's like 10. So I think they probably, Leah, they probably have decent prices. I'm guessing. Ooh, wait a second. And you have a bagel. Okay, I got it. So, yeah, you want to see it? It's coming out right here. There you go.
I always like this.
So, most stores sell, like, there's probably like 10 hat stores in Crown Heights. They're probably all expensive because, if you probably just go online, wondering if like they sell like good, decent hats here. But who needs a hat? You got me. I could be your hat. Unless you're Isaac, who has to wear his hat the whole time and never takes it off, even while he's sleeping. He sleeps with his hat.
Thank you, Yossi.
Shulem.
Hero. Song. Yes, I sort of like lost what you were saying there at the end. It got confusing. What should I say? Yeah, it is. It is all in the mind. It's definitely all in the mind. We can be in the same room experiencing the same exact thing, or even more so, two twins from birth going through the exact same experiences. Funnily enough, like think about it, like right? So there's twins that are going through the exact same experiences from birth will come out with two very different perspectives. And then there's stories about twins that grew up miles apart that have the exact same perspective on a lot of things. So there's like an aspect of like being exactly the same while being completely different. It's pretty wild, honestly. Yeah, like you take it as far as you want. Like, it goes for work, it goes for literally anything. Like placebos. It goes for the way we like approach the things in life that are very, very difficult for us to approach. Situations which we don't enjoy could be very enjoyable.
Shalom Maris. The word is S.
That. So I was thinking that when you're like 13 or whatever, you could want to do more stuff because you've never done it before. Like when you get 13, you could do this or whatever. So you're excited about it, and then when you get older, it's like it's not anything anymore. Now, when I think 18, you're already starting to mature more. I think your dominance at like 16. I know it says 18, but I think your dominance at 16. Yeah, like, uh, I forgot how big the fruit were. Like how big it was again. I forgot. I'm just curious. And like, it'd be sick if there were giants nowadays. Like, how come that was only in the old days, you know? Um, yeah. I think Karth is next partial. I also know that. I think. So um, I don't know, just driving them. We're almost at.
Noach, your word is haaretz. Noach, your word is haaretz.
Well, I tend to forget to unmute myself. All right. All right. It's a good one. It's going to be genes, genetics. We always blame genetics for the most things that like are true, or maybe they're not true. Short sent a video. I'm not sure if yesterday, 50 days ago, but it's pretty accurate. Like mom was, I didn't have the question really, but like the video was just basically about how genetics is accurate and true, but like I think there's something on top of that that we could stop genetics. I can't explain it, but it's pretty deep. It's a few-minute video. I recommend it. Yeah, you always blame, blame, and blame. I'm just going to pass. Wait, I'm not going to pass yet. Yeah.
Noach, Naftali. Okay. So you did haaretz, Sam, asher, oshir, wealth. Ow. Yeah, the video is a cool video. It's basically saying that we're not limited to genetics. That's the point of what he's saying. Saying that we can pretty much decide whatever we would like. And I saw a more elaborate video of, I think, the same guy, same style video. He's basically saying that there's this place at these like religious people or whatnot, whatever. They basically hold this like poisonous snake. They all hold poisonous snakes, and they get bitten. They get bitten by this poison, or they drink this poisonous stuff, whatever it is. It's like really like lethal stuff, but they are not affected by it because they believe that it doesn't affect them. So it doesn't. Anyways, it's pretty powerful stuff. The generation of the Exodus did not work hard enough to learn from the divine miracles they witnessed. They therefore remain subject to the slave mentality, the assumption that reality is enslaved to the laws of nature, and that God is unwilling or incapable of overriding them. All right, Yossi. Yes, he's not there. Yes, you have like 5 more seconds. Okay, Shalom, go ahead.
My word is
Mishpati.
nishpati. Bottle. So I think it's when you reach that age where you're able to understand that your actions have like a very profound impact on the people around you. There's also another thing that could happen because right, you don't just get like when you're getting like a perspective. There's two ways that perspective can go, or more than two ways. You're able to see things in a clearer way, but that could also go for the negative. And like for example, someone who sees things a bit clearer can also see that maybe like, I mean, this is something that I went through for a little bit. It's like, you know, I can see the whole picture and I see that maybe none of it even matters. And then in that case, I wouldn't even put in the effort to like better myself or the people around me because I don't care about the big picture. I don't know if I'm explaining it that well, but like I think that there's two ends to it. Like so, just because I see it doesn't mean that my first reaction would be a positive reaction. It could be a negative reaction. And I don't know where I'm really going with that, but I just think that yeah, like it's important that when someone reaches that age of understanding, they have to make sure that the consequence of their actions, like and their thoughts also, is definitely going into a place of like um, proactive and positive, because it's easy to get sucked into the negative.
My word is Bamidbar or
Love
air.
wisdom.
Oh, no, listen. Um, duty. I'm sitting in this really comfortable chair because my shift starts in like 5 minutes, so I could chill on all the nice chairs because this is where I work. I work in a furniture store. It's pretty big, and then there's a room downstairs. A lot of this stuff is really comfortable, but look, it's like so expensive. I don't even get why anyone would pay $1,300 for a freaking chair. Like Isaac's chairs, low key probably cost like $4,000 because like yeah, these are nice, but like, bro, they're so expensive. But yeah, I might get one for free because I work here, so I might get that discount. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, it's mad comfy. I want to go to sleep right now, but yeah, I can't. So, um, I'm just quick something like a lot of animals have to do with like holiness, like there's lions in the Torah or something. Like we the lions by the like the in the base of Mikdash, like they're not kosher animals. Like how are lions in the base of Mikdash if they're not kosher? And I think fire. Oh, okay. Turn down. Okay.
Noach Naftali, take yourself off mute, please. Your word is Vigomer.
The Geimer, the Eimer. Um, I don't think I got my blessings for the Eimer. Maybe I did, but I don't see him. It's very hard to stick with the positivity. Yeah, basically the opposite of what Sean said, but it's basically pretty much a different thing. Um, I'm so tired. It's that thing. It's that stage where you're tired that you can sleep anywhere, anytime, like chair, bed, floor. Trust me. And you cut my hair so long, like it's already like past like it's like centimeter already, and it's sweating. Like it's annoying. Can't wait to like. Um, what is it? What about that? Oh, never mind. I might pack for New York City job because I just like rushed pack waiting for my ride. Um, yeah. Well, pass. Wait, actually, don't pass. I'm gonna say just add on to the negativity and the positivity. There I go. Pass.
Vig. You just said Vigomer?
Yes.
You just said Vigomer. Bamidbar. Discussion. I mean, that's another reason why we named the thing Bamidbar. Like Daber, to talk about it. Talk about your journey. Figure it out. So I think that the age that we should start taking responsibility for society is 13, based on the fact that we turn bar mitzvah and we're responsible for ourselves, responsible for our actions when we turn 13. Unfortunately, society doesn't think so, and that's why most of the world, like Noach was saying before, doesn't hold you responsible for what you do till you're 18 or even later or whatever it is. But so that's why it's tough to do that. That's why I believe even when you turn 18, you don't take responsibility for yourself, and even when you turn 20, you don't take responsibility for yourself. Yasi, stop it. Thank you so much. So basically, what you do is that in general, we have the capability to take responsibility when we're 13, but we don't. But it would be best if we do. Because if you don't take it at 13, I don't know anybody that took it when they're 18. I don't know anybody that took it when they're 20. Meaning it doesn't make a difference age so much. But if you don't take it at a certain age, then when will you take it? Yes.
What's my verdict?
Uh, you're valid.
Annoying customers. Annoying customers. I feel like they gang up on me. They call me exactly when it's your turn, so that I miss my turn. So yeah. Um, had to send out a delivery. Make sure I sent everything. I don't want to be screwed when they come back. Yeah, I sent out everything good. Um, it's tiring work. It's getting up in the morning, then going to sleep at night, then getting up in the morning. Thank God I'm pretty actually having a decent going to sleep between 12 and 1 and getting up 8:30 every morning. And then we're being ready for FiveAlive or work, whichever one is first. This is a small business that accepts American Express. Huh. Um, yeah, I'm bored now. Uh, not bored. I'm gonna be bored in 5 minutes when the time's up because we started at 8:06. So that means this is my last turn.
Thank you, Yossi.
Shulem.
No way. We're continuing after 11.
I was literally about to stop, but Yossi like, oh, we started after. Okay, so it was still.
This
Your
happened
word would be
yesterday.
Chav Gimel.
I didn't expect to have another turn. Chav Gimel, Chag. Yeah. So I think everything connects. We're talking about like what's basically our perception of reality. Like basically like how we can trick our minds into things, and ages of which we we become responsible for things. And I think yeah, like pretty much Isaac put it. You pretty much put it together. Like however we perceive the age of responsibility, that's like the age where people will take responsibility. Obviously, before a certain age, it's just impossible because the brain isn't fully developed or developed enough. I don't think it's ever fully developed, whatever that means. But it's definitely like I know for a fact that 13, I could have taken responsibility for a lot of things or around that age, but it wasn't expected of me, so I sort of let things slide.
Shalom Harris. Your word
What's
is
my word? What's my word?
Chav Gimel.
Chaf
No,
Gimel.
not Chav Gimel.
One
It's Im.
in with just I'm starting my work now, so I probably can't talk next turn. But just everyone should have a good day, you know, and be nice to other people and watch what you say because sometimes they could be under a lot of stress and they could get really mad at you, and you might not know that they're under stress. So be nice. Okay, I have to go.
Nayach Naftali.
um, crap. I had a word. I forgot. Legit.
Yiru.
Yeru. Parnasa. Yeru. No, Yeru Fachad. Fear. Parnasa. That's whatever. I disagree what you say because I also in situations I'm like screw society, screw science because besides science, besides society, a lot of things I don't agree with because of the majority. That's basically it is because the world is doing it because everyone's doing it. But this part I definitely disagree with you because at 13 years old, we well besides the point that we shouldn't, and it's not society. More 13-year-olds are not mature. You put them in another world or anything like that, or basically this world, but like not showing him the society. I'm not talking about influence right now, positive or negative, but I'm talking about himself. His brain is like just starting to develop. Like you know how it goes to 25 years old, 13, 17, and like 21. It's like those years your brains expand. It also has to do with experience, but ultimately I disagree. And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm with his society and we're right. And I'm sorry, like I want to argue, but I'm too tired. So you're welcome. And the Kevin pass.
S. Glutton. So this is something that I've been thinking about and working on for a while. Sean, you might have heard it from me in the past. And basically, the idea is that when we don't take responsibility at 13, so then at 18 we don't either. Why? Because our brain still knows what we're doing. Like Sean was just saying, there's definitely things that I should have been taking responsibility for when I was 13, but I didn't because it wasn't expected of me. And I think that by the time I turn 18, I already spent 5 years doing things that I know I shouldn't be doing, but because society doesn't expect it of me, I just do it anyways. So I get pretty used to it. So when I turn 18, it doesn't change. Like, oh, now I know it's wrong, so I don't do it. That's not true. It doesn't work like that. Is that because I already trained myself to do things that I don't believe is right? Anyways, being that we're out of time, I'm going to read a little bit. So, the generation of the Exodus did not work hard enough to learn from the divine miracles they witnessed. They therefore remained subject to their slave mentality, the assumption that reality is enslaved to the laws of nature, and that God is unwilling or incapable of overriding them whenever he chooses. The spies and their followers therefore forfeited the privilege of entering the promised land. For in order to remain true to our divine mission while leading material lives, we need to believe that this is indeed possible. Yes.
Oh, thank God I got the last turn. PH. What's my word?
Your word is haaretz. If you could
The
read, that would be nice also.
Alright, the land. Which paragraph?
The last one.
We too should take care of recognizing the implications of divine miracles we have witnessed, but throughout Jewish history, it is our own personal lives and our own personal lives. Only then will we have capable to fulfill the divine mission of the world, God's home. In this merit, we will experience our miraculous return to the promised land, led by the Messiah and final redemption. I cannot see the footnote, so whatever. Look at this volume 23, page 112. So I think people these days, I don't think people want to grow up. They like the thing. Oh, I can stay with my parents since getting parents pay for everything I have. Who cares? Oh, let me party for one more year. Then the next year, when they said, oh, it went perfect this year, let's do it again. Party for another year. I think people don't want to grow up that much. They want to be able to do what they want to do and have fun, and not just sit in a desk or at work working the whole day. So basically, that's what happens. Happening. I'll pass it on.
All right.
Yeah, sure, Kayak. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Isaac, Shalom Maris, Nacholansky, Shalom Schwartzberg, and have a great, amazing day.
Jesse Cooperman.
And yes, thank you.
Sheikh now.
Nayach, why are you muting me?